There we go. I had the wrong headset on. Let me just get my introductory slide on screen, and we will get started. And here it is. Okay. Hello, everyone. This hour on Verbling, the next in my pronunciation practice series. Today we are going to begin a brand new unit in pronunciation practice. One you're going to like, the R sound. So, in pronunciation practice, it's a class where you get a set of tools to perfect your speaking skills. This week, the R sound. We'll look at the difference between British and American R's. We'll look at how the R is formed. And of course, we'll be practicing in different ways to get the R alone and to get the R in connected speech. How the R links to other words so you can sound more like a native speaker. So that's the general idea about the class. Here is a little bit about me. I'm Jon-Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, hanging out in Lisbon, Portugal to bring you this class. By the way, here are 3 quick rules to help you participate. Don't forget to turn off, tune in, and open up. That means, let me turn the page. There we go. Turn off your microphone when you're not speaking so we can keep the classroom nice and quiet. Tune in to the new words that you're learning. You are speaking so I can correct you and give you feedback. Finally, open up to your classmates. Relax and have fun. We're all here to learn, and this is a safe and respectful place to practice your English. And let me get my slide on the screen. There you go. So when you open the material, it'll take you to this graphic, and you know that you're in the right place. The material is always down here below the Verbling video window, but I'll put it in the chat window today as well. Okay, so you can open it up, but I'll try to share my screen with you so you can see it here if you can't open it. Welcome back, Daniel. Hope you had a good weekend.
Yes, really cold, but at home it was nice.
Wow. It was really cold here.
Yes, but we had having a barbecue in my my brothers-in-law.
Your brother-in-law?
My brother-in-law. Yes.
It would be my brother-in-law's, meaning my brother-in-law's house. My brother-in-law's place.
House. Yes.
Ah, yum, barbecue.
Yes.
Yum. And what about, let's see how I say your name. Onorato. Hello, Onorato. Did you have a barbecue as well?
No.
No?
At all.
Oh, that's too bad.
And there was snow outside in my country, in north of Italy. And so
where are you in the north of Italy?
Sorry. In Brescia. Is
in Brescia. Ah.
Do you know?
Yes, I've been there.
Oh.
Brescia is near Milan.
Yes.
Where the airport is. There's an airport in Brescia, right? Or near Brescia.
Yeah, but it's very small. It's called Montichiari. And the most famous is Milano Bergamo, Oriol Serio Airport is more famous. There's more.
Oh, I know what I did. I took the train. I had to get out in Brescia to get to Bergamo. I had to change the train in Brescia, I think. Yeah, that's what it was. I remember because I knew I was there.
The connections are not very great in Italy.
No, they're not.
Not at all. No. However.
There you go. Well, listen. Today we're going to do a little bit of pronunciation practice. Geez, where is everyone today? Again, it's really usually on Monday it's pretty full. Today it's really quiet. That worries me. All you people out there watching, come on in. Plenty of room. So we're going to start a brand new unit today. Most of these units are for. There's a fifth class, but it's just practice. Let me show you what I mean. So we're starting a new class of a new unit of 4 classes, and the fifth class is where you'll practice everything. But let me show you quickly. I put the final task of the last unit there. So let's just take a look at what you finished in the last class. It's this. What you had to do was to take everything you learned in Unit 2 and apply it to a monologue. And I gave an example of a monologue. So we took monologues from movies or television. Here's one from the movies. The movie with Gary Oldman, Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. So what you had to do in the last class was to apply what you learned about exclamations, phrasal verbs, the H sound, all those things from the last unit, and analyze a monologue and then practice it and try it out in class. So every unit we're going to end with a speaking activity just like that. Daniel was the only one here from the last class. Daniel, did you practice a monologue?
No.
Oh my God. Will you practice a monologue for next week? Yes.
I can't lie.
You can. You can lie and you can also just do it. So the idea here was in class we analyzed where the H sound was, where the linking sound was. You can do them on your own as well. And then you practice. And you can cheat. You can go to YouTube, listen to Gary Oldman doing this speech. Somewhere out there on YouTube there's a clip of Gary Oldman talking. Or get the DVD. It's actually a very good movie. And listen to the speech. You can practice along. Or you do it on your own. Or you ask me to record it for you and I record it. So you can always cheat. But the point is, if you don't apply what we learned to something real, it won't stick. You've got to actually practice it. Okay, we'll come back to this at the end of class. I'll show you what to do. Let's start the new class. And so today, if you scroll down, you see using the IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet. We're still using the IPA. And we're going to go to class 1, which you will see on page, I don't know what page it is. One moment. I'll tell you in a second. Page 5. Okay? So the difference between the R in British and American English. By the way, let's say a quick hello to Noor, who's just joining us now. Hello, Noor. How are you? Hello. Ah, there we go. Where are you from, Noor?
I'm from Saudi Arabia.
From Saudi Arabia. Okay, very good. Nice to have you. So,
Thanks.
let's try this out. Can you tell the difference between the two R's? And you'll notice there's an X in the British side and a check on the American side. What do you think that means, if there's an X over the R's on the British side?
I think it's the stress on the.
Okay, it's a good guess. Well, do we say the R? Do the British have the R in their language or not? I want you let's say these words. Let's hear the difference, okay? Let's say them together. So, Onorato, you say the first. You say A for us. Let's hear how you say it.
Probably it's not the effort is mean. Don't pronunciate the R.
Don't pronounce.
Don't pronounce.
Okay, so let me hear you say that word. Let's compare how I say it and how you say it. You say A for me, Onorato.
Hard working.
Yeah. Nora, let me just turn off your microphone for a minute, okay? I'm going to turn it off just for a second because we're hearing lots of people speaking in the background. So Nora, when you're ready to speak, you can turn it back on, okay? I'm sorry, Honorato, could you say that again? I couldn't hear you.
Hardworking.
Listen to the H. Hard.
Hardworking.
Good.
Hardworking.
Good.
Is
So
British.
to me, it doesn't sound British. It sounds more American because I can hear the R's. Hard working. You say it like I do. Okay? So for me, it sounds kind of American, actually. Daniel, let me hear you say B.
Hardworking.
Good. And B?
Hardworking.
No. B. Look at
B. Sorry. Reliable.
reliable or reliable?
Reliable.
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 So if we have any French speakers, they're going to have trouble with the R sound. Exactly.
Re.
R.
Reliable.
Reliable. Exactly. Okay, but both of you sound pretty good. What's the difference? Is there any difference between the R in the middle, hardworking, and the R in the beginning? Is there any difference? Hard, R. Is there a difference? Or is it the same? What do you think? Hard, reliable, hard, reliable.
I think it's the same.
Mobile. Well, look at my face for a second. I'm sorry to make you do this early in the morning, but look at my face.
Wow.
Hard, reliable. There is a difference. Hard, r. Look at my lips. They're different. Hard, hard, r. There is a difference. When I begin the R, when I begin the word with R, circle, flat, If it's in the middle, hard. It's just rounded, hard. But if it begins, goes round to flat, reliable, By the way, this is because I don't sleep at night, these dark circles. Okay?
Your children crying all night. Your cat.
It's the cat. I don't have any children. I had them, but I sold them into slavery, so... No, I'm just kidding. I wish I could sell my cat into slavery. My cat is really annoying. He doesn't sleep. He just jumps on my face, especially at 6 in the morning. Okay. So there is a little difference, and we saw it. Now we're going to practice it. Nor, you can turn your microphone back on. I want to hear you say A, B, and C. I want to hear your pronunciation, okay?
Again, please.
I'd like to hear your pronunciation. Let me hear A, B, and C in the words you see on the screen. Okay? Do you see the words on the screen? Yeah,
Yes,
go ahead.
yes. Okay, for A, hard walking.
Listen to me. Hard. Let me hear you.
Hard working.
Good. Be careful with the R sound, because I was hearing hard with a trill. So be careful. The second time was perfect. Hardworking. Okay, try B, Noor.
Reliable.
Reliable. Try it again.
Reliable.
Not re, but r. R.
Reliable.
Okay, good. Next, C.
Practical.
Very good. That sounded good. One more. D. One more.
Sincere.
Okay, good. But we put the stress on the second syllable. Not sincere, but sincere.
Sincere.
Good. That's it. Very good. Okay, so the one that's difficult, Noor, is letter B, because it's re, reliable, reliable,
Reliable.
reliable. And think of the word red, reliable, red. And to help you, okay, good. And to help you further, we're going to go to the International Phonetic Alphabet, which I've given you in the other documents from the previous unit. I'll put it here in this document too, but for today I'm just going to share my screen with you because I don't have it in the document right now. I will have it, but for now, if you just give me a second, I'm going to share another presentation with you. Give me just a second to open this. Pronunciation practice. Here we go. You're going to see this on screen in just a second. Hold on. Okay, here we go. So I have to share my PDF with you. By the way, welcome to Alexander and to Alexander. Alexander and Alexander.
Hello.
You have the same name, but it's spelled differently. So we've got Alexander, who looks like you're at the Parthenon, and Alexander, who's wearing a yellow shirt. There you go. Where are you from, Alexander? Are you Greek?
No, I'm from Russia.
But you're at the Parthenon. Where are you? Are you in Greece?
It's just the photo that
You're not in Greece.
No, I'm not in Greece. This photo was taken in the Athens, and I've been working here, but now I currently live in Russia.
Ah, that's great. That's a good picture. Wow, look at that. That's the Parthenon, right?
Parthenon.
Parthenon.
Yeah.
Parthenon. They really knew how to build buildings back then, huh?
Yeah.
That stuff never fell down. Look at that. Pretty good.
They were trying to rebuild it again.
Yeah, they should really fix it up. It looks kind of a mess. And what about Alexander? Alexander, where are you from?
I'm from Ukraine.
Alexander, we can't hear you. You're very, very quiet.
I am from Ukraine.
Hello, Alexander from Ukraine. Whereabouts? In Kiev?
No, in Chernobyl.
In Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Chernobyl?
No, not Chernobyl. Chernobyl.
Get out of there! Get away! You don't want to be in Chernobyl. That's not a good place. Chernobyl's not in the Ukraine. It's probably in Russia, isn't it?
Chernobyl in Ukraine too.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. So I didn't know that. Really?
Mm.
So Ukraine has all kinds of problems. It's got Chernobyl and it's got new political problems. And what about where you live? Is everything calm, or are you in the middle of the problem?
No, I don't have problem in my city.
That's good to know. Very good. It sounds quiet, so that sounds like it's okay. Okay. We lost Noor, unfortunately. Hopefully, Noor, you'll come back. Maybe you're having connection problems. Noor, you were doing so well. Come back. Let's take a look at the International Phonetic Alphabet. Here you go. It's difficult to remember the vowels when you have to look at those symbols. But it's easy to remember the vowel sounds when you've got animals. Like, by the way, all this material is going to be in that document I'm sharing with you. Okay? So you can just save the link to the document and you'll have a copy of this. So, instead of saying the long sound of A and the short sound of A with those funny symbols, we can say A is the same as snake. A is the same as gray. Just picture a gray snake. If you learn a new word, I want you to visualize the word and the gray snake. Make the gray snake biting the word. or black cat. And so I'm telling you this because it's a shortcut and it's a quick way to memorize those sounds. You can associate something you can see and touch with a sound. For example, if you speak Italian or Spanish, you have a real difficulty hearing E and I. They sound the same in Spanish. There's no difference. So if you say green sheep, E, but pink pig, I, it's a lot easier to hear the difference because you can see it and hear it. So if I take a word like seat, like this in the chat window, S-E-A-T.
Seat is like pink.
Say again?
Seat like pink, pig.
No, seat like sheep. Seat like sheep.
Oh.
Hold on a second. Long, just come into class and you can participate. Click the join.
How do you pronounce?
So look, seat, S-E-A-T. The seat of my car was hot because the sun was coming through the window, the windscreen.
Oh.
So seat is the same as green sheep. Seat.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
You just did.
So there is a word like seed.
Seed.
Yeah.
I planted the seed.
So is there some differences in pronunciation of two of these words?
Of which words? Seed and what's the other word?
Seed and seed.
Like S-E-E.
Look, the rule is this. If you have two vowels, A-E-I-O-U, if you have two, it's always the name of the first vowel. The long sound is always two vowels, long sound, two vowels, and the long sound is always the same as the name. So you'll see long in the chat window. Long sound, two vowels, and long sound, same as the name. What's the name of the letter A? A. Long sound is A. The short sound is one vowel. I'm writing this in the chat window, by the way, if you can't see it in the verbling chat. Short sound is just one vowel, and it's always different than the name. So the name is A, but the short sound is A. The name is E, but the short sound is E. So how many vowels in the word sheep? Alexander, how many vowels?
Two.
Exactly. So it's a long sound.
Okay.
How many vowels in the word red?
Just one.
Just one. So it's short. But to remember the sounds, you're going to associate a word that sounds the same to make it easy. Okay, this chart will be in your notes. But it's not there yet. But for now, let's go back to the material and work on the R sound. You'll see why in just a minute. Let me go back to, where is it? Is this it? No, that's not it. Hold on, sorry. Wrong thing. Lost my page. Give me a second. Oh, here it is. Okay. I got too many windows open. I don't know what I'm doing. 1 second. 1 second. There we go. That's where I want to be. Okay, now we're not working on vowels. We're working on the consonant R. But what I want to show you is there's a system for most of these things. So we looked at the vowels right now.
New York.
Sorry? Alexander, question?
I'm sorry, I just
You're practicing.
I was trying to pronounce, yeah, sorry, and I forgot to turn on the microphone.
All right. So we looked at the vowels, a second ago to show you there's a system. We're going to look at the consonants next. But go ahead, Alex. I want to hear your pronunciation for E and F. Go ahead, Alex.
E and F.
Mm-hmm.
Where? What
On
word?
the screen. On the screen. Look at letter E.
Reliable.
That's letter B. We already did that. Go down the list. Letter E.
Letter E. Okay. Organized.
Listen to me. Organized.
Organized.
The stress is on the first syllable.
Mm-hmm.
Organized. Let me hear F.
Organized.
Good. Let me hear letter F.
F. Proud.
Again?
Proud.
Okay. Sounds good. So I'm not hearing any problems with the R with you. Sounds good so far. Let's go to Alexandra from Ukraine. Let me hear G and H.
One G, relaxed,
Relaxed.
and H, careless,
Careless.
careless,
Care.
careless.
Okay, very good. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, sorry. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that there's 2 R sounds. That's really the main thing. What I want to do now is give you some practice. We're not going to worry too much about the difference between British and American English. It's not really that important. What we are going to do is, first, we've got these rules, but it doesn't really matter. When is R pronounced and when is it not pronounced? If we're looking at American English, and all of you have a more or less American pronunciation, I hear the R's, then it doesn't matter because R is always pronounced. So these rules don't really matter. So what I want to do instead is give you a little bit of, let's go down here where it says input. So, practice with the R. The R is always pronounced in American English. So we've got a few adjectives here. These are a little more difficult because the R is always inside of the word. So first, let's pronounce these words. Then I'm going to give you a few exercises, and we're going to look at the IPA as well to show you where the R is. Let's just go around the room and let me just hear you say the words. Okay? So, onorato, the first one. Let me hear the first one, please, on the top left.
And the first one is extrovert.
Okay, but say that in English, not in Italian.
Extrovert.
Sounded a little better, but I can't hear you because I just hear Alexander's microphone. Alexander, let me just turn off your microphone for a second because I hear you. I can't turn you off. Oh, I can't mute it. Oh, there we go. Alexander, I'm just going to turn you off for a second because we hear your microphone. You're touching it, okay? One more time, onorato.
So, extrovert.
It's better, yeah. Extrovert. Extro. Stro.
Extrovert.
That sounds much better. Because you were going extra before. You were going rolling. Okay, that's good. Extrovert. Okay, let's go around the room. Let me just hear these words. These are more difficult. So, Onorato said extrovert. Alexander, the next word on the far left, underneath extrovert. Hello? Alexander, are you there?
Oh, I am there.
Okay, so the next word. Extrovert is the first. Let me hear the second.
Self-centered.
Very good. Sounds very good. Daniel, the third? The most difficult word in the English language, the third word.
Particular.
Particular. Sounds
Particular.
not bad at all. The mistake most people make is they say particular instead of particular. Good, good. Alexander, the next on the middle column.
Okay. Warm-heated.
Uh-oh.
Warm-hearted.
Good. Warm-hearted.
Hearted.
Good. Honorato, the next word.
Cheerful.
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 By the
Cheerful.
By the way, let's take a quick look at where cheerful is on the chart. Let's go back to our vowel chart for a second. Which of these animals is cheerful? Is it green sheep or is it red leopard? Is it,
Green.
what do you think? It is. And how many vowels in cheerful? How many vowels? 1 or 2?
2.
So it must be long. It must be green sheep. You're right. E. So we say cheerful. If it was a short sound, it would be eh. Cheerful. But it's not cheerful, it's cheerful. E. So what you'll notice is the vowel sound is changed by the position of your mouth. It's not cheer. You can say that, but it's a little strange. Cheer. Because the R has to make your mouth round, it changes the vowel sound a little bit. So the R is just slightly different than the normal vowel sound. By the way, since we're here, let's go back to the International Phonetic Alphabet. The R is in column 4, row F, 4F. In column 4, it's alveolar. Alveolar is the little bump, which is right behind your teeth. That little protrusion behind your front 2 teeth is the alveolar ridge. So if I show you, I can't show you inside of my mouth, but I can show you. For Daniel, this is a review, but for you, it's new, for the 3 of you. So look, the alveolar ridge is here. You can You can put your finger there, and you can feel it, or put the tip of your tongue here, right behind your teeth, and you'll see there's a little protrusion, right? That's the alveolar ridge. You can touch it. You use that to say t and d, t, d. So the word TED, you touch the alveolar ridge 2 times. TED. You pull off t, and you touch down. So TED. The R sound also uses the alveolar ridge. Red, re. It's in that position generally, re. Not back here. Because if you're back here, it would sound like a really. So it's here. I should do it like this. These are your teeth here. The alveolar ridge is here. Your tongue is in this position. Red. TED. Red. So when I say red, my tongue is floating, but it's below the alveolar ridge. Anyway, that's what that means in the chart. I just wanted to show you so that you have a general idea right now what that means. Alveolar. It's the position in your mouth. And you'll notice in the columns 1 to 8, we're going from the front of the mouth to the back. So column 1 is bilabial, your lips. Labial dental, lip and tooth. Dental, only the tooth. Alveolar, right behind the tooth. Postalveolar, in between the middle and behind the tooth. Palatal, the middle of your mouth, the top middle. Velar, the back of your mouth. Glottal, your throat. So as we go from 1 to 8, we go from the front to the back of your mouth. And the columns, the rows, plosive, blow out. Puh. So Nasal, through your mouth, through your nose, I'm sorry. Fricative means you stop the air, you obstruct it. So s, you use your tongue to stop the air, but not completely, partially. And then as you go down, you see approximate. That means that it's similar to something else. So red. Okay, that's similar to the L sound, but it's approximate to it. It's close to it, but you don't touch anything. In other words, you just get close to the alveolar ridge, but you don't touch it. You float in the middle. Red. Lead, you touch it. Red, you float. R, r, r. Okay, so you know that we're in column 4, row F, when we talk about the R sound. And in English, it's written like an upside-down R. In Spanish, it's written differently in the IPA because it's R. So it's written with a right side up R. So that upside down R shows you that it's floating below the alveolar ridge. Now, does that help you? Of course not. It doesn't help you. It doesn't. Don't lie. But if we do some practice with it, it will. So let's try that. Okay. We practiced a few words, and we're going to use these words. But what I want to do is, let's go down here. I want to add a few exercises from a different material than before. Give me a second to go here. Okay. First of all, let me show you the position a little bit better in the notes. So there. Page 7 of the notes. You can see the tongue floating below the alveolar ridge. You can see that on page 7 of the notes. You can see the position of your mouth. It's not too open, but it's not too closed. It's kind of in the middle. And you can see that your voice is being used. Rrr. Your throat is vibrating. Now, let's do a little bit of practice. You have to tell me if I'm saying, and for all of you this will be easy, you have to tell me if I'm saying the words in the right or left column. Here they are. Paste this for you. You're going to see 2 sets of words. In one set, I will touch the alveolar ridge, and the other set I will not. When I touch it, I create the L sound. When I don't touch it, I create the R sound. Give me a second for this to paste. It takes a second. Uh-oh. It's not working. Let me try again. It didn't work. Let's try that again. It's not working. Smaller. Let's try a little bit smaller and see if I can get it. Wow, that's not working. Okay. Which am I saying? Right or... Oops. Now I can't even connect. Okay, if it doesn't work, I'll share the PDF with you instead of putting it in your notes. Because right now it looks like it's totally stuck. So there, let me change. It's not going to work. Let me go to the PDF that you can see. 1 second. Okay, there you go. Sorry, having problems. This is why I don't like to use PDFs. Okay, hopefully you can see that all right on your screen. So, I'm just going to go through. This should be easy for all of you, but I want to show you what you need to do when you perfect the R sound. You need to get two words together that are exactly the same, except for one consonant, so that you can really hear or practice creating that sound. Here's an example. Look at the columns. Study the words for a minute. What I'm going to do is say one of the words, you tell me if it's the right or left column. This is not how I wanted to do it, but my PDF, my material, isn't letting me copy and paste, so it's a little bit difficult. But so let's try with the book. Okay. In row 1, tell me if it's right or left. Row 1. The word is long. Honorato, right or left?
Wrong.
The word is long. Am I saying the right side or the left side?
Is the left long?
Long. Okay.
And
See who's
long.
And Alexander, in the second row, the word is right.
Sorry?
The word in the second row, the word is right.
Uh-huh.
Right or left?
Right.
On the right side. Daniel, in the next column, the word is pirate.
Pilot, pirate.
Which am I saying, the right or the left? Pirate.
Pirate.
Right or left?
Right.
Right side is correct.
Pirate.
Alexander, the next
Yes.
word is glass.
Left.
Left side. Honorato, the next word is crowd.
The right.
On the right. Let's go back. Actually, let me see if I can do this. Let's see if my material is working now. I just reloaded the page. Give me a second. Let's see if I can get this to work now. Wow, it really doesn't want me to copy and paste things. Let's try this one more time and see if I can get the copy and paste to work. If it doesn't, I'll just share the PDF with you, because I don't want to copy everything, just some of the pictures. Let's try this again. Okay, let's see if I can get this to work now. Okay. What we're going to do is use the R sound in a dialogue to give you a little bit of practice. So the first set of words, which you see here, a little small, there we go. I just want you to listen and repeat these words because you're going to hear some of them in a dialogue. Okay? So let's listen and repeat them first. I'm going to give you a second set of words. These words, let's do this. These words have the R sound. I'm going to give you a second set of words that have the R and the L together. So in the second set, these words have the R sound and the L sound together. And so for those words, what you're going to see is that the words that have the L alone are easy to pronounce. The words that have the R and L together are a lot more difficult. So let's put those together. Let's start with the first group here at the bottom of page 6. Okay? So, let's start with Alexander. The first column, as fast as you can.
Okay. Reading, sorry, reader, reporter, romantic.
Wait, just the first column.
Okay.
Third word, writer.
Reading,
Third word, writer.
writer,
Writer.
writer.
That's it. Daniel, second column.
Romantic, married, American, French.
Okay, sounds really good. Alexander, third column.
Okay, bright, drawing, interesting, creative.
Okay, good. A little problem with the G, though. Drawing.
Drawing,
You're saying drawing with a K. But I want you to say it with a G. Drawing.
drawing,
No, you're saying with a K. Drawing. That's the problem. Listen to me. Drawing. G.
drawing, drawing.
That's it. If you slow it down a little bit, it'll be perfect. Drawing. G.
Drawing.
That is perfect. That's it.
Okay.
Before, you were saying drawing, which is, for us, the letter K, like kangaroo. But the second time was perfect.
Okay.
Honorato, the last column.
Remember, regard, require, photographer, photographer.
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 And also, I want to hear the third word again. Listen. Require.
Require.
That's it. Require. Okay, good. The second set have the R and the L together. Let's take a look at those. Same thing. Alexander, first column.
Okay. Really, friendly, stressful.
Sounds pretty good. Daniel, second.
Practical, translator, grandchildren,
Translator.
translator,
So the stress is trans, first syllable. Translator.
translator,
Okay, good. Alexander, the third.
Responsibility, congratulations, and electrican.
Try again. Electrician.
Electrician.
Good. When you see the letters CI or TI, always pronounce sh.
Okay.
Like nation. Electrician. One more time.
Electrician.
Perfect. Honorato, the fourth column.
Library.
Wait. Not library. Library. Good.
Librarian. Air traffic controller.
Okay. When you slow down, it sounds very good. Okay, not bad. All right. So what we're going to do is use this in a dialogue to practice. Here is the situation. I'll put this on the screen for you in just a second. This was exercise 1. Let's go to exercise 2. Exercise. Dialogue. Okay, so as you can see, we've got two friends. Rose and Laura are old friends. They haven't seen each other in a very long time. Let me make this a little bit bigger for you. Yeah. There they are. And your goal is the words in, so we've got exercise, so let's do this a little bit differently. I need you to see which are which. Let's call this exercise 3. Exercise 2 was the L and the R together. And exercise 1 was just the R words. You're going to need these in just a second. And let me change the view so you can see everything together. Okay, there we go. So what you're going to do is, in this dialogue, Rose and Laura are old friends. They haven't seen each other in a long time. You have to check that the words from exercise 1 and 2 that Laura and Rose used to describe their children. So you can't write on the document. I wanted you to circle the jobs that their children have. But what I really want you to do is pay attention to the words in exercise 1 that have only R and the words that have L and R together. And then at the end, tell me what are the jobs that their children have. So here's the dialogue, and what we're going to do is read through it once or twice just to practice, and then look at also the stress, where the stress falls. So give me just a second. Today I have to copy and paste because I changed my plans a little bit, and I have to put the material in as we do it. I didn't have time to set it up because I changed the lesson plan a little bit. Okay. Sorry, give me just a second to get everything on screen. Okay, the rest of this should be a little bit easier to fit on screen. Give it just a second and it'll be there. I hope. I hope. There we go. Let's make this a little bit bigger for you, and let's do it. Alright? So let's try this. It's short, so let's try to get everyone to read it one time. Okay? So let's start with maybe Daniel and Alexander. You can start us off. Okay, Daniel, you take Rose. Alexander, you take Laura. Let's just hear the dialogue one time. Ready?
Okay.
Let's try it.
Are your children grow up now, Laura?
Whoop, we got to read what's on the screen. Grow? Doesn't say grow.
Grown.
There you go.
Are your children grown up now, Laura?
Oh yes, Rachel is married and has 3 children.
You're a grandmother. That's great. Congratulations.
Thanks, but I don't see my grandchildren very much.
Rachel and her family live.
In Paris, really?
Yeah, Rachel is a reporter for an American newspaper. Her husband is a French photographer. They met when they were reporting on the same story.
Listen, reporting.
Reporting.
Story.
Story.
That time was better. You were missing the second R. Story.
Story. Okay. Can I try one more time?
Yes, please.
They met when they were reporting on the same story.
How romantic. What about Grace? Is she married too? She was such a bright girl, always reading.
Wait a
No.
second. Wait. I just want to hear the word girl.
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 Yeah. Bright girl. You've got to exaggerate the L a little bit.
Okay.
She would listen. Such a bright girl.
Such a bright girl.
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 You've got to add that little l. I know when we're speaking fast, we don't say it. But the problem is, in the Spanish accent, it's really easy to drop the last letter. So in your case, I think you should exaggerate it a little bit,
Okay.
and then it'll sound actually more natural. So not girl, but girl.
Okay. She was such a bright girl, always reading.
Good.
Okay. No, she isn't married, but she has a boyfriend, and she still reads a lot. She's a librarian at the public library. So, what about your children?
Okay, good. I want to switch to Alexander as Rose and Honoratu as Laura for the second half. Okay?
Okay.
Who's first? Alexander.
Okay. Do you remember Roger?
Of course, I remember Roger.
I remember? Oh, no. I remember? No.
I remember, no. Of course, I remember Roger.
Listen to me. I remember. Ira.
I remember.
Say Ira.
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 No, forget about the words. Just repeat. Ira.
Ira.
Perfect. I remember.
I remember.
Much better.
Of course, I remember Roger. He's in college.
Oh no, he graduated.
He graduated.
He graduated.
Good.
Right now he's working as a translator, but what he really wants to do is write.
That's not surprising. He was a very creative little boy.
He was a very creative. Creative.
He was
Good.
a very creative little boy. Always drawing or
Drawing.
Always drawing or writing stories.
You're right. He'd like a job with more creativity.
And what about Brian? He was more practical, if I remember correctly. Less of a dreamer.
Brian is an air traffic controller in Florida.
Really? Very interesting.
Yeah, it's an interesting job, but stressful.
Does his job require a lot of travel?
Not really, but he has a lot of responsibility. I'm sorry, Laura. I have to run now. I'm late for my train, but I'm really glad I ran into you.
Great to see you too, Rose. Give me regards to everybody.
Okay, it's not bad at all. Not bad. Well, we had a little introduction to those of you who are new. We had an introduction to the IPA for vowels and consonants. We saw that there's two ways to form the R sound. You have the internal R and the beginning R. What I'm going to do is record this for you to listen and practice along with on your own, and then we're going to, in the next class, take it a step further and look at how the R links together with other sounds, how we can create a little connection or liaison with the other sounds in connected speech. Okay, so we're going to stop here. I'll send you the recording later today, and we're going to do our new unit in the business class coming up in the next hour. I'll be back in 1 minute and a half for that, okay? Check your message for the audio. I'll send it to you later today. Bye for now, everyone. Talk to you soon. Come back for the business class.